Alrighty, good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're at. And welcome to Tiki Talks number 2, covering ecosystem updates for tribal games, home to Triple Ape Tribe and the Seven Seas. Lots of big updates and changes this week, so we'll do a quick recap on that before we jump into some of the alpha for the week. Obviously, I think it was the end of last week, we announced that we will be launching a gaming hub platform with the focus on releasing a bunch of small micro games and apps and things like that to add into the value of the ecosystem. So we're well on the way with that. The website's done, which is kind of cool. Now we're just formatting some of the games, getting them ready. This week, obviously, you probably would have seen some major changes in the structure of the Discord server. Obviously, cleaning up a bunch of the unused channels and then categorizing the various games and communities. So we now have the tribal games general chats. Just to clarify, because this question's been asked a couple of times, the general chat is for all members of Discord, whether they're an NFT holder of Triple Ape Tribe or the Seven Seas, or just not a non-holder in general. The lounge is strictly for NFT holders of Triple Ape Tribe and the Seven Seas, so it's kind of the exclusive chat that you get access to just by having the NFT. And then under that, we have our individual game chats channels. So for those who are playing with the Triple Traits, there's a channel there for trading discussions, strategies, and things like that. There's a channel, obviously, for the Seven Seas there, which is being made use of. We now have a individual channel for Battleship. That was one of the things from the Seven Seas server. There was a lot of crosstalk of ships and some confusion there, so now we have a dedicated channel for that. Recode, I put out an announcement in their Recode server that we were going to be revamping the Recode game for the Tribal Games hub. So we've got that remodel taking place. Battleship will be getting a slight remodel as well. We have Crypto GP, which is almost built, and Red Button, which is almost built. So yeah, basically, when we're ready, we'll probably launch the Game Hub website, I think, with 1 or 2 games, and then we're going to aim at releasing a new game title at least once a month. So it'll kind of give everybody a little bit of something new to be able to do. Now, the way that we're designing all of the games for the Game Hub, obviously some of these games like Battleship pre-exist. Those ones won't change. This will be kind of an alternate version that will be released exclusively through the Game Hub. All of the games will have a Solana sign-up fee. That Solana gets permanently staked. Everything within the game is closed loop. There is no tokens. There is no NFTs. Based on how you play the game, how you strategize, and how you progress will determine your position on the leaderboard, and the leaderboard will be what determines the allocation of the yield that all stake Solana produces. So as an example, for those who are familiar with Recode or Battleship, when you sign up for an account, you get the 3 ships, the common ships, and basically that's all you'll get in the game, what they produce, and the ships that you purchase or upgrade or whatever it may be. That's how you progress in the game. So these games will basically be forever based. So they are slow build games. You're not going to be able to hit max level in a week. You're not going to be able to whale in with tokens and jump straight to the top of the leaderboard. It is just a straight release game that anyone can join at any time and progress throughout the game itself. So we've built them this way because they are non-ponzonomic. There's no token to mess with players or have advantages for whales or pre-existing players or things like that. It's just a fun series of games that you can sign up and play with at any time and progress, and basically earn your fair share of the treasure, so to speak, based on your strategy. So That's kind of the recap for the week. Again, the Discord server probably being the biggest, a lot of channels to get used to. But nonetheless, everyone's kind of adapted pretty easily. So, moving on, we have some changes for the 7 Seas coming up. Probably, I think all should be done this week. This is changes that kind of affect the end game, but not really at the same time. It's kind of the same effect, but just presented in a different way. A big part of the reason why some of these changes have been implemented for people who want to know about the reasoning, because the 7 Seas is transitioning into its Chapter 3 narrative. We want to make sure that holders from both communities have access to early, mid, and end game aspects equally in their own way, with also factoring in the history of each project, and I'll kind of explain that as I go through. So basically covering the changes, we're going to have some location name changes. We'll make some changes to the Vault, which is not the Vault as it stands right now. It's getting a name change. The Royal Academy, which I'll go over, and the Trip and Ape upgrade system. So first and foremost, Aussie Matt, as I said, you'll love the first one. Club Lord is becoming the Vault. This is the location where you're able to stake your Pirate Lords by unlocking a slot for the 250 rum or 0.25 Solana that will convert and compete gold essentially into the weekly gem pool. So the Vault, as it is named right now, will be renamed to the War Room. That's basically the end game destination for all the max levels to basically compete out in war. Fleet Commander, that was just a typo, so we're fixing that. So that's Fleet Command, where you manage your Genesis ships, converting gold into gems. And the account rank, we're renaming to the Royal Academy, and we're doing a rework on the account rank system. That's probably going to be the biggest change here. So the Vault, we are going to open to all max level NFTs, regardless of Captain, Pirate Lord. Ignore the max level. That's just a typo. We're opening it all to all NFTs. So, if you unlock a slot, you'll be able to stake a captain there, a Pirate Lord, or a Pirate King, or their Trip and Ape Tribe equivalent. Obviously, the amount of gold burned on a daily basis and the reward that it gives will also scale appropriately with that. So again, if you've got 10 captains and you want to stake 10 captains in the Vault, you can. If you want to keep your current Pirate Lords, you can. There's no change there. And then for those who are going through the process of upgrading their Pirate Kings, that benefit will also be there. Now, these numbers are just approximate placeholders for when we launch it. We're going to run it similar to Strength, where you get a little bit more of an incentive to upgrade your particular NFTs. So similar to how captains are level 1,000 strength, Pirate Lords are 5,000, and Pirate Kings are the 25,000. We want to kind of run the same approach. So again, these numbers are just placeholders to give you an approximate estimation. Those numbers will be finalized when I do the final testing and everything, but they will scale with a little bit of a benefit the higher the tier you get. So keep that in mind. Now, obviously, if there's any questions, feel free to jump in at any point as I'm going through. If you don't want to ask on the mic check, you can type it in the chat. I'm keeping an eye on there.
I have one.
Shoot.
A first line that says open to all max level NFTs.
Yep, and then if you remember, I said ignore the max part. That was just a typo.
No, I didn't hear that part.
Okay, it cut out. Yeah, ignore the max part. That was just a typo. I typed this up this afternoon. Super quick.
Is it still better to just have a level 1 in there, or
yeah? There's no difference. It doesn't matter if it's level 1 or max level. Just ignore that. That was just a typo as I was typing it. So yeah, just ignore that part of the sentence. But it still will require a 250 rum unlock fee. That is set in stone. That does not scale with Captain, Pirate Lord, or Pirate King. So just keep that in mind. The only benefit is depending on the NFT that you stake in. That will also apply to the Trip and Ape tribe side of things, whether it's an initiate, which is the equivalent of a captain, shaman, equivalent to the pirate lord, or grand apothecary, the equivalent of the pirate kings. You'll be able to stake Trip and Ape tribes there when we update the system as well. So, Royal Academy. So this is the account rank. We are going to be making some changes there. Again, we want to make sure that members from all collections have equal opportunity. So first and foremost, we will be refunding all the booty in game that people have spent on levels, meaning that the last couple of months or however we've been running the account rank system, it's a nice little bonus for the initial testing phase. And we will be implementing an identical system that Club Lord currently employs, which means unlocking slots and then staking a captain, pirate lord, or pirate king in a specific location. The unlock fee for the Royal Academy will be in booty. So that will allow users to utilize their excess booty to unlock more slots to place their NFTs in these specific things. This one will be max levels because we want to give a motivation for people to level up their NFTs to those specific locations. So just keep that in mind. And this is, again, these numbers are just an example. It will also burn gold to accumulate an account rank. So again, these numbers are just rough approximates just to give you an idea. 250 gold burned in a day will give 1 rank, 1,000 gold burned, 5 rank, 5,000 gold, 25 rank, as an example, depending on what class of NFT. The ranks on this one will reset every week, and the reward will be the rum only. So it will not be rum, gold, and booty. It will be just rum, and this is the end game. Now, if people want to play for booty, if they want to play for gold, they can do so in the first 2. We wanted to provide basically, again, an equal opportunity for Trip and Ape Tribe NFTs to be able to access the rum rewards, but also provide more use case for gold and booty through these sort of things. Aussie Matt, is there a reason why this isn't a booty cost for missions? It very much so could be. This is just rough estimations at the moment. But again, the higher gold gets, the higher the demand for booty to max level as quick as possible and kind of get them in here burning. There's a lot of things that are factoring in. This is just your pre-planning time. I'm giving all the transparent information before it comes out. But yeah, that's actually, Lendy, you made a very good point there, is we will be adding gold rewards to the Wheel of Fortune, so bringing that back so you get to utilize that booty on the Wheel of Fortune to get upgrade tokens and gold rewards as well. So yeah, we've got a very well-balanced system with these changes kind of factored in. Now, the reason that we are going fair opportunity for Trip and Ape Tribe for the 7 Cs is this system is going to be the ecosystem rewards for NFT holders for both collections, meaning that revenue brought in from both projects gets added to the entirety of the staking pool. Revenue from tribal gaming that comes in for all the micro games that we release also come into the mix, into the revenue that gets permanently staked. So we want to make sure that all holders of both collections have equal opportunity to play the game, to stake their NFTs, and to collect their basically their rum / Solana rewards. When that comes out. Now, for the people who are reading closely, ranks reset weekly, which means rum gets issued weekly. So we are making a change with that away from the monthly distribution. So yeah, we've kind of made some big changes here. And then finally, the Trip and Ape upgrade system. This one I put a lot of thought into based on the history of Trip and Ape Tribe. I know holders are very, very loyal, and at this point, very unlikely to burn their NFTs to upgrade their NFTs. So we are creating a secondary system of upgrade for Trip and Ape Tribe NFTs. You'll be able to upgrade your tiers by spending booty. So upgrade from an initiate to a shaman is a booty cost instead of a burn captain cost. Upgrading from shaman to grand apothecary, again, even more of a booty cost. The cost is TBD at the moment. Our goal is to make it a similar value that the Seven Seas has to basically make it an equivalent to the Seven Seas of burning a captain. So that adds another strong utility to the game, especially those for Trip and Ape Tribe. If they want to play the game, if they want to get the rewards, and especially stake at the end, there's a little bit of a cost up front to support the entire ecosystem. So as we said, there's no such thing as free money. It's a combination of time and commitment, or pick up a few tokens and make a sacrifice that we have all made getting us to that point. So yeah, that's basically the quick coverage of the changes that are coming probably this week for the Seven Seas ecosystem. Obviously, I'm recording this and I'll upload it, but we'll also post a quick recap in the announcements and make sure that everyone is aware. One thing that I did leave off there. We will be also refunding the Solana from the arena for everyone that signed up for the arena, and there will be a booty cost to enable that as well. So we're switching and adding that booty utility into the arena as well.
Are we resetting arena again?
Nope. The numbers, the leaderboard stays the same. The only thing that we're doing is doing a force claim of all NFTs that are staked in the arena. And then we're switching the refunding the rum that people did to basically sign up and unlock the arena, and we're switching that to booty.
Reset.
I don't think I'd be living next week if we reset.
Was 1 week away.
Yeah, I'd be dead in a week. I think Aussie Matt would find a way to fly over here, and he'd be outside my apartment with a stick on fire chanting "Death, death, death to Riddick."
No, he already got a week of vacation. He don't have any more.
Well, there's always next year.
You're not afraid of me going there and do the same thing?
You can try and find me. I'm in a country less than 6 months a year. But in all fairness, I'm posting screenshots of my step lead daily, so pretty easy to find what city I'm in.
Yep. Portimao is that it's easy.
Yeah, well, I'm only here for 14 more days, so, and then it's off to Spain somewhere. Destination unknown. But with that one, if there's any questions that are relevant to the recording, if there's not, I can wrap up the recording and then we can continue on with the community night. If anyone has any questions they want to ask that isn't recorded, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, throw out those questions.
I've got a quick one, if that's okay, mate.
Yeah, shoot.
Just so effectively, the weekly run rewards that would effectively come through. I mean, I appreciate it. It's not as simple as this, but effectively, the soul that we've effectively had throughout the course of 7 Seas is staked, and the interest from that staking of the soul, in want of a better expression, is basically eventually is what comes from the rum. I know a percentage of that goes elsewhere, comes back into it, but effectively that's where that is. Has that soul pot increased with? I mean, has Trip and Ape bought any extra soul to put into that pot, or is it coming from the games that are coming in the future?
So I think there was about 40 Solana added to the staking pool from TAT revenue side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just from day one of the community integration. We did a full 100% refund on the original traits. So now revenue from traits and revenue from royalties that goes into the total pool to make sure all communities are contributing to the ecosystem. So right now, It's about, I'd say, probably 60-40, 60% the 7Cs in terms of contributions versus 40%. So it's almost neck and neck.
Yeah, yeah. And in all fairness, I just kind of wanted to say as well that listening to what's coming in terms of the refund of the booty and the refund of the rum, I think it's really fair what's going on, what you're doing, and it's quite nice in terms of, I get it, like in terms of the pivot of what's happening for what's best for the long run. And if I'm being brutally honest, I think a lot of projects out there that where the leaders or the developers would be in it for the money. And I appreciate you're not in this to get poor either, but that they're just in it for them purely to try and earn as much money as possible. May well have done a reset without offering any sort of refund. So I think it's quite good what you've done.
Oh,
And
massively. And those who
whatnot,
obviously have been here for the 2 years, and Farmer, you know this as well. The anytime that we do a quote redesign on an element of the game, we always go refund because I want people to be able to make the decisions based on where it's at. So, if there is ever a remodel done, there's always pretty much, that 99% likelihood that I just say, fuck it, all right, we'll just refund everything that's put in so people can then make the decisions of what they want to do.
yeah, well, it's nice that you're in a position where you can refund instead of spending all the sol on a random Rolex in the middle of Dubai somewhere or whatever. So it's quite nice.
Yeah, well, I got 30 million booty sitting there that is not going to get sold into the system. So, that just comes out of that. But Aussie Matt, rank, I've got it up on the screen here. You can see this is, again, rough approximation. But like captains will burn 250 gold a day, and that'll give them a +1 rank. Pirate lords will burn 1,000 gold a day, that'll give them +5 rank, and pirate kings will do 5,000 gold, and that'll do 25 rank. So yeah, it's distributed weekly based on rank.
And all that rates go away at the end of the week.
On the think of it this, I guess the easiest way to think about it, it's identical to Club Lord, except that it's a booty sign up or a booty unlock fee, and it's rum reward instead of gems.
Okay.
I've
I
done
wonder if
a-
the ROM will outweigh the gold spent.
Not always. It depends on how many people play and things like that. But it also really depends on the excess in the system. Like some people have said, hey, I've got 10 million gold or 3 million gold. It's going to take me 3 years to burn it. They may want to just burn the excess for a week just to get as much soul out as whatever they can. But also keeping in mind that the more slots that are unlocked in both the Vault or the AKA Club Lord and vice versa, that rum reward is going to increase month after month. Gold spent in game is burnt. Do it. So it's you can track the booty totals whenever I post a burn announcement. That's everything that's been spent in booty in game and gold in game. So yeah, this should add a big demand to gold, which people have been calling for. It also strengthens, which we've talked about quite often, the narrative of we want booty to really be the utility-based token and have its demand there, and then we want to have gold being the baseline version for value extraction if people want to play that. So yeah, gold is going to be quite interesting to keep an eye on when these changes go live. And again, as I said,
sorry, go on.
I was going to say, just keep in mind too with the Royal Academy, it may end up being booty equals rank. It could be gold equals rank. It's kind of where things are at the state when I release them. So again, these numbers are purely fictitious, fictional, non-existent. They're just to give everyone approximations of what's kind of coming.
Will anything be changing with the halving that'll be coming in July? I think it is.
Yep, July 1st, gold emissions halve straight down the middle.
So nothing's changing there.
No. Now I was thinking about it, and I'm open to people's opinions on it. You've got option A, which is July 1st, everything cuts 50%. Or if people want to ramp down, so like take away 5% 1 week, 5% another week. So basically it just gradually decreases to be less of a shock. I'll collect people's opinions from that in chat if they want to talk about it. So both have the same outcome, but yeah, versus people logging in one day and going, oh, why is my emissions up? Well, that's the halving.
Yeah. It's up to people. My
Boys.
knee jerk is